Hello, good evening, guys. I hope we are good, you are well, you are safe during these hard times. And these hard times were predicted in the Bible. We are told that during the last days, terrible times hard to deal with will come. So, like the prices of food shooting up, things like transport, house rent, everything has shot up. Everything is expensive. People can't afford. It was prophesied in the Bible that during the end of times, things will be very hard and they will be difficult to handle and deal with. So today I'll give you some ways of coping during these hard times and saving on your money and saving money in your pocket. So we have seen that the prices of petroleum like diesel, petrol, kerosene has shot up. It has become very expensive, and so as a result, the prices of bus fare have shot too, and the prices of food have gone up. So you need some ways and means. You need to practice some habits that will help you avoid using a lot of money which you can save to do other things. One way we okay one way you can use old buses. Old buses are cheap despite of their condition. They're cheap, and you can find you just avoid the matatus, the new matatus with graffiti, loud music. Those matatus are very expensive, and you won't save anything. But if you use the old buses, they are cheap and you'll reach your destination as usual. So yeah, avoid the buses with loud music and graffiti because they're expensive. Rather use the old ones which are cheaper. But in terms of safety, it's a disclaimer. I don't know. Because of their serviceability. Then number two, instead of waking up and going to the bus stop when people are the time that people are so many traveling peak hours, you can what you can do instead of maybe peak hours around like 6:37 to 7:30, there are so many people at the at the bus stops, and that's when the prices are so expensive. So what you can do, you can just wake up early. If you are supposed to reach at work by 8, just wake up around 4, do your things, then leave the house around like 5:30, reach the bus stop at 6, or you can reach the bus stop at 5:30, leave the house 5, then reach at the bus stop at 5:30, and I promise you, and I've done it, during the early morning hours, the buses are very cheap. But when it reaches from 6 onwards, the prices shoot up. So you can wake up early, go to stage early, board a matatu early before other people have woken up, and the benefits will be always punctual at work, and will have a good reputation. Yeah, and it's good to wake up early in the morning because good things happen during the early morning hours. Then you can avoid peak hours. Like in the evening when you're leaving work, you can just go and hang around somewhere with friends, or you can just be left behind in the office doing some work instead of going when people are so many and the fare are high. Yeah, just avoid the peak hours by delaying and waiting for the peak hours to pass by so that you can board a matatu. Then there's some things which you can do and can be beneficial, like instead of you can say a short distance, you don't need to board a matatu, you can just walk and save the money and buy something like food with the money, the bus fare, because it's a short distance, and the benefits are you'll be exercising your body and you'll have a healthy body. So on short distances, be walking, and you'll save the money that you are supposed to pay for a bus. Um, then avoid connecting too many buses to your destination. Just go and use a bus which is express, which will be cheaper than connecting too many buses. Yeah. Yeah. And it will reduce on your expenses on the fare. So yeah, those are the ways that you can use to manage your money. And the money that you save, you can use it for like buying food, buying like clothes, or saving the money and lock it somewhere like in M-Shwari, in your bank, and it will be for the rainy days. Yeah, those are some ways. Then I have another way about food and breakfast. uh, Breakfast is very expensive, like a piece of loaf is very expensive, milk is expensive. Yeah. And and I tell you, when you take bread and tea in the morning, by around 10 o'clock you'll be very hungry. Why can't you cook a lot of food for supper? You eat, you keep some in the morning, you wake up in the morning, you eat the one that you have kept, you warm it nicely, then you eat. Yeah, with a cup of tea, like strong tea, coffee, black coffee. Yeah. Or you can buy a piece of milk and avoid buying. You can buy a packet of milk and avoid buying bread. Then the rest of the food you can just pack it well nicely and go with it to work, and you can eat it for lunch. But don't wait so long or keep the food for so long because it will get spoiled. So what you can do, yeah, yeah, there you'll save money, because when you're at work, many places, food places at work, they're very expensive and you can't afford. But when you carry packed food, or you can make up early, very early in the morning, you cook, then yeah, you eat and you carry some, and I promise you, you'll save a lot of money. Yeah, because bread and milk, it's very expensive. Yeah, that is what I wanted to share to you today. Okay, today, yeah, the Bible says that you're living in the last days, but I don't know the time or the exact time that the world will end. We're just being told that we're living in the last days, and they're hard times will come. Putting food on the table will be hard, and so many other things. So yeah, so do that, and I promise you, you'll see the changes, and you'll have some extra money for your usage. So guys, do as I've told you. I usually do it, and I've put it into practice. I've seen the fruits of those practices. So guys, yeah, be blessed, have a good night, and remember to pray for our country, pray for our world, and yeah, bye bye, shalom.